Karibu kwenye matangazo ya maisha.
Peace to the world, peace to the world. Welcome to the Life Podcast. Of course, this is CJ, and I found this very interesting article that I want to go ahead and share with you, and we're going to get right to it. All right. So here we have this article today, right? And it is by the Jewish World Congress, the Jewish World Congress. That is the source where I got this from. And we're just going to check out what is called the Lemba tribe in Southern Africa has Jewish roots, genetic tests reveal. Now, this article was actually written a bit while ago. It was written the 8th of March, 2010. So just about 12, years ago, going on 13 now. So this is an article from, again, a source that is closely linked to the Jewish religion, right? They put this article out. So I thought it was interesting to share. So here we have it. It says genetic tests carried out by British scientists have revealed that of many of the Lemba tribesmen in southern Africa have Jewish origins, according to a report by the BBC. So basically, there has been linkage to Jewish roots, obviously to Africa or in Africa. So basically saying that there is linkage to Israel and Africa, and we'll get further into that right now. But basically, there is Jewish practices and cultures within Southern Africa. According to their oral tradition, the Lemba are descended from 7 Jewish men who left Israel 2,500 years ago and married African women. So basically, these men from Israel went into Africa 2,500 years ago. So they're saying approximately 500 BC is where you have men from Israel going into basically the deep part in Africa. And this was basically they married African women. So it's quite blatantly clear they're telling you they married Black women, right? So the Lemba prefer their children to marry other Lembas, and marriage to non-Lembas is being discouraged. So they share togetherness. They're not the first culture to do this. Cultures today do this same thing, right? They marry within their race, their ethnic, their group. So this is nothing that is out of the ordinary. Their sacred prayer language is a mixture of Hebrew and Arabic. Their religious artifact is a replica of the biblical Ark of the Covenant known as Ngoma Lugundu, meaning the drum that thunders. Ngoma Lugundu. I'm not accustomed. English is my thing. But anyways, let's keep going. The object went on to display recently at a museum in Harare, Zimbabwe, and has instilled pride in many of the Lemba. They say the ark was built almost 700 years ago from the remains of the original ark, which, according to the Bible, was used to stone the 10 Commandments. For decades, the ancient vessel was thought to be lost until it discovered in a storeroom in Harare recently. I didn't mean to laugh, but I actually thought about that song by Bob Marley, Zimbabwe, and it kind of tickled, But let's go. Members of the priestly clan of the Lemba, the Buba, which is one of the 12 clans, have a genetic element also found among the Jewish priestly line, known as Kohanim. This was amazing. Professor Tudor Parfit from the University of London told the BBC, "It looks as if the Jewish priesthood continued in the West by people called Kohen, and in the same way it was continued by the priestly clan of the Lemba. Despite their roots, many of the tribe are now Christians or Muslims." It's really the end of the article. The point was really to show that the Jewish religion has expanded into African territory, and it did that 2,500 years ago, right? So I think that was the biggest part that I wanted to highlight. That right there. Bam. And they married African women. I guess that's important too. But that was it, man. Enjoy your day. Hopefully you learned something. Peace.